Well, just because my family moves.
I know.
Part of my family in Texas, so
I'm sure that most of my family goes back to, the original boats that came over or whatever. But I'm just saying.
Mayflower.
Well, you know what I mean. I mean, we all go back to something, but
yeah.
The neatest thing you can do is you can go to the census.com, which is called I can't.
Ancestry.com.
Very good, Victor. Thank you. Victor has to help me with words all the time. Ancestry.com. It's actually old.
Dictionary.com. Okay.
No, it's called Ancestry.com, and you can look up old. What am I trying to say, Victor? Census papers where they go door to door. Fuck it, I don't care.
What just happened?
I don't know.
Nothing. I was just talking to Victor. Nothing happened.
Oh, I heard, fuck it, I don't care. And then you were talking about census paper going door to door. You can find your ancestry from Ancestry.com.
No. Ancestry.com has what they are is all Census Bureau records where the census takers went door to door back in the old days and took census. And you can put your grandfather's name in there and you can actually see what they wrote and stuff. But that's why I said forget it. Just never mind. I'm obviously not interesting y'all with that.
Fitz, what's that one site that you went to take a swab of your mouth to determine what your ancestry is?
DNA.
It was 23andMe.
Yeah. I guess for $99, was it? You can find out what you are, everything?
I'm not sure of the exact price now. It's around $100, something like that. And it'll give you a basic ancestry composition. And it'll tell you about your health traits. And
has anybody ever told you, Fitz, about looking at the color of the blood through your wrist just by holding your wrist up and look, is it more green or more blue?
Mine is clearly blue. I'm very pale. I'm very white skinned.
They say the more green hint, that means the more, I guess you could say, dirtied up the lineage is or whatever. You've got more of this or more of that or more of this or more of that. You're not.
I know what you're referring to. You're referring to blue-bloodedness.
Right. They used to do that. Whenever you would get on, there were times that you would get on a boat or something, they would turn over and they would look at your wrist and stuff. It was really weird. Way back before even, way back. I mean, I just read a lot of books, but they used to judge people by, number one, how far apart their eyes were, which was a sign of intelligence. If you had real close beady eyes, and I'm telling you the truth. And if you had,
well, that is true, though. That is true.
I have real wide set eyes. In other words, they say that you're supposed to be able to put another eye in between both of your eyes, which everybody's, oh, she has such wide set eyes. But also,
you can fit a six-pack in there.
I don't know with the wide set eyes, but the narrow eyes is a sign.
What is that?
The eyes that are close together,
That's supposed to mean ignorant.
Well, yeah, you're dumber.
Right. Well, you think about the hillbillies. They got those little beady eyes and go, squeal. They talk about those things. They play the. I can't think of the name of the
banjo songs.
Banjo songs. Thank you. God, I can't even think of anything.
Well, he actually had Down syndrome, and Down syndrome people have what they used to call mongoloid features. And I guess where they have their eyes, I guess, are similar to Asian eyes.
Okay, well look at Costello, Lou Costello on Abbott and Costello. Mm. Remember, he had those real beady kind of eyes, and he was kind of played the part of a doofus. Well, anyway, never mind. But they used to do that with your blood on your wrists. So anyway. Yeah. There you go.
Well, I want to do. Who do you think's more white, me or you, Debbie? We got to have another competition here, when you come out.
What color? White out.
What color is your hair?
Brown.
Well, see, I was born snow white blonde hair. I mean, I can show you baby picture after baby picture. It's like that kind of hair that's like snow white.
But you have Cherokee in you.
Yeah, you're part Cherokee, so you're not pure white.
Yeah, and I will fucking cut your heads off too, motherfuckers. No, I'm joking. But no.
You know though, Aryan, I mean, Cherokees are actually descended from Europe, from whites. From Europe.
I'm a part of the Anderson tribe, which is from overseas. Yeah, it's a British. It was a British lineage. So, yeah. Anyway.
Mm-hmm. But because most of the Indians are descendant from Asia, they came across the Bering Straits.
Yes, that's a long time ago. You know your world history. I used to hate world history. I wish I was old enough right now to go through college again. I would take world history and really get into it, like the Ming Dynasty and stuff. That was some interesting stuff back then. I was so bored with it. All I wanted to do was get high and go party and shit like that back then. Fuck it, You know
what, though? You can look at it all on YouTube, and they have Khan University, which you could go for free. And
I've got a degree. I'm just saying I think it would be... Right now, I'm at this point in my life where I really want to learn. Back then, I did it because I had to get a grade. You know what I'm saying? That's all I mean. I wish I had...
You don't realize how much fun it would be or how interesting it is to be in a class and stuff like that. But, with the internet today, you can do that I think you can do that all on your own. You can learn about just about any subject you want under the sun in the internet if you have the gumption to.
That's all I do. I mean, I don't think a day goes by that I don't learn. And I told somebody the other night that I believe that's what's made today's youth so ornery and disrespectful, is they think they know everything, because they don't. I mean, wisdom is experienced mixed with knowledge, and all they have is knowledge. They don't have the experience. And so they think, I know more than my parents, I know more than Debbie, I know more than... Because of the internet. They think that just because they've read all these things and know all this stuff, that they're on our level, when in fact we've got 20 years on them as far as life experience goes. And they are part of the worst generation ever, like they say on that audio that I play,
Everybody have bad apples.
No, not like nowadays. I mean, nowadays it's reaching epic proportion as far as disrespect. I mean, look at the internet. The internet has opened up a Pandora's box of disrespect. I mean, they'll sit in chat rooms and talk to women and say, fuck you, you old cunt bit, and I'm like,
it was the baby boomers though that created these monsters today, though. So
hey, not mine. Mine are walking the line. You
can't only blame the kids, because it was the parents that created them.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Mine walk the fucking line, which is what they kid me at my office. Debbie's kids walk the line, man. I mean, because if I ever found out that Stephen was doing some of that bullshit, I would take that computer out and I would bash him over the head with it, and then I would take it out and I would I wouldn't put up with it, and they know that. I never put up with their bullshit like that.
You know what I've noticed? So, older people have become more lenient, and younger people have become more disrespectful and kind of brash. Where it was before, younger people were a lot more respectful, and older people, some of them could be monsters. And they're kind of that generation is kind of dying off, but the elderly could be very narcissistic and very cruel.
Oh, yeah. Well, anybody can. But, when I was their age, I was taught to be respectful of people that were, I called them, Mrs. Taylor, Mrs. Brown, Mrs. whatever. I was taught to do that. And I was never taught to be disrespectful around people. I don't care if it was on the phone, the internet, whatever. And so I feel like I've paid my dues. I've done my time. Now it's my time to be an older person, 59, as Bathtub Girl says, and I want the goddamn respect that I'm deserved. And I get it. I think that respect is commanded, not demanded. And what I mean by that is I don't think that you can verbally demand respect. You have to have an air of respect to you. And that's one thing that I have, that I own, is I have an air of, I'll look at a kid over here and I'll go, excuse me, the fuck are you doing? And they just go, oh shit, and I just have that air about me. I just got it from my dad, and Annette's talked about it on the show before, and other people have talked about it. That's the one thing. I don't have a lot of stuff as far as.
Yeah, well,
sorry, I was talking to Vic.
that is kind of a good thing. Though, if I had it to do over again, I don't know. There are certain older people that, had I had it to do over again, I would be as respectful to, because I was also, I also kind of respected my elders and was very decent and very gentlemanly. And there were old people that weren't respectful and didn't reciprocate. And I'm a big believer in if you wrong me, I have every right to retaliate.
Well, when it comes to respect, Brian, okay, let me give you a little fake scenario. There's a couple that live upstairs, which I don't even have an upstairs. She treats him like a dog, and he whimpers and walks around with his tail tucked between his legs. Now, here's the question. Who is at fault, the abusive woman or the pussified man?
Both. I mean, it's the pussified man's fault for staying in it, and it's, the abusive woman shouldn't treat him that way. I mean, if either one.
Well, shoulda, coulda, woulda, shoulda, coulda, woulda. I mean, she does. It's some friends of mine that live over in another part of Dallas, but this woman treats her husband like he's got a tail, and he just like, well, you know her, I gotta do this to keep the peace. I'm like, keep the peace, my ass. I mean, I just can't stand it, but I just think that when it comes to respect, it's not up to the giver to give it. It's up to the receiver to demand it, like I did with Patrick. The next time Patrick calls into my show, he won't do that bullshit to me. Guys, if you listen to it, he was being horrible. We haven't had that problem since he got. He was being loud and bloviating and filibustering, and now he's not on the show, and he won't stay mad or whatever. So many parents and people are afraid to say stuff to somebody. Well, they're going to get mad at me. Maybe that's why so many people are mad at me. But I mean, they're not really. But let's just take it and run with it. Let's take that and run with it, okay? They say a lot of people are mad at me. Maybe it's because I am the kind of person that I'm very blunt, and I say, hey, I don't want to have a co-host that's a cam whore that lies about a pipe bomb, okay? And if that pisses you off, then it pisses you off. I mean, if you can't handle rejection, that's not my problem. That's your problem. I mean, are you with me?
Yeah, but for me, at times I try to use just tact, just because.
No. We're not talking about tact, Brian. I've always been tactful. I didn't say, get the fuck off my show, motherfucker. I'm not like that. I'm saying I think that some people just like, oh, how dare you? And so, and they just take, and I know you know what I'm talking about. All of you do. People will tend to let certain people treat them certain ways just because they are afraid. I have a girlfriend of mine that's afraid to even discipline her own children because she doesn't want them to get mad at her. I'm like, mad? Are you kidding me? I mean, it's a big problem out there. Like I said, that's the one thing that I never had a problem with, and I thank my father for that I took after the way he was. He was very strict. And he just had this air about him, Guys would come over to date me in high school to take me out to eat pizza or something after a football game, and they would go, man, did you see her dad's fucking eyes? And he had crazy eyes. He had those crazy marine eyes that would look at you real, where are y'all going? We're going to pizza and pipes or whatever, just be like he had this X-ray vision that would look at him really tough, and they'd go, man, your dad's spooky as fuck, Debbie. Oh, he's cool, he's fine. But you know what I mean? Some people just have that air about it. I mean, I'm not saying I have that, but am I making any fucking sense? The later it gets, I start getting real loopy.
Me too. I'm almost getting ready. I got to get up in the morning as well. But yeah. But for me, I try to be firm, and it's good to set boundaries early. But I try to be firm. Sometimes when I give in too much, and then they take advantage, and whether they know it or not, and that's when I explode. And for me, what works for me is setting boundaries early and telling people what I'll tolerate and what I won't.
Well, let me explain something to you. There is a point in time when certain people will judge you and respect you according to how much bullshit you put up with them. Like, for example, when Mr. Solution came on my show and tried that shit, I said, fuck you, get off my show, you son of a bitch, and I hung up on him, and I called him names and everything. Now, look, he came back. Maybe he now sees that it's like, it's sort of testing the water. I won't put up with whatever. He was sort of calling me out, so to speak. And I believe that that's what children do. I've seen a child I used to go to play groups when my kids were little. I would see a child not shut up. The mother would have to give her sunglasses. Then she would break them. And then she would throw them across the room. Well, to me, that always told me that child was going, stop me, bitch. I bet you won't. Like calling her out, sort of. And it just would make me just...
Yeah.
I would just get really nervous and stuff and go, oh, my God. You know what I'm saying? Does that make any sense at all or no?
It makes me glad I'm not a parent because I don't know what the fuck I'd do. Because I think I'd be you know what?
Yeah, you would probably let them walk all over you, and you can't do that.
I'd either be that or I'd be a very strict parent. You know, the last time I had a dog, I was just really strict. You know, it just annoyed me so much. You know, it was cute to pet, and I had to give it away. It annoyed me so much. And I was just like being really strict with it. Sit down. Be quiet. Mm-hmm. No.
Well,
you know, and I said, I can't do that.
When people have not ever had children before, you cannot say, I won't do this and I won't do that, because each child is a different human being. And like, for example, I was eating something over here. When it came to my two children, Stephen required no discipline. He was like this child that was just walked around with a halo on. Heather came out the chute a bitch. She would say, no! You know, and I'd go, look at that little baby, Victor. No, she'd say. And she'd look at her dad and go, no. And I'm talking, she was like 9 months old. And she's still to this day, just as ornery as hell. And Steven's just like, hey, Mom, you know. And it's just you have different personalities that come out. And so you can't say, well, I will never do that, because you don't know what you're going to do until you see what you get. It's kind of a crapshoot, really.
That's what Dennis Prager says. He says, you know, he said he doesn't have a, you know, there's no manual for children because they're so different.
Absolutely.
Anyway, Deb, I got to get my sorry ass to bed. I've been up too long.
Well, get lost. What time? It's almost midnight. You have to get up at what, 6?
Yeah.
Yeah. Remember, sleeping in the military, they teach you to sleep in segments of 4 hours, because that's a REM cycle. If you sleep more than 4, if you sleep more than 4 or less than 4, you have to sleep either 4, 8, or 12. Because if you sleep more than 4, then you go from one REM cycle, then you wake up in Delta. You don't wake up in Zeta. You don't wake up. It's just, we did a big sleep study one time in the military. Like, for example, when you're in the military and you're in a battle zone, the captains and the generals, they will take a 4-hour sleep thing, and so do doctors and pilots and all that kind of stuff. So if you feel bad sometimes, think about how long you're sleeping. Are you like me? When you hit your head, when your head hits the pillow, are you gone? Are you asleep?
Yeah.
I'm the same way. So just kind of time it that way. And anyway, that's all I had to say. Goodbye.
All right, I'm going to get the fuck out of here.
No, I want to talk to you. No, I'm not. I'm doing what we talked about earlier.
You remember, Debbie. You don't forget. All right.
All right, bye.
Jewish producer, Andy, Katie, Fitz. Talk to you guys. I'm sorry, Apocalypse.
Katie's back with us?
Good night.
Yes, she is.
Hi, Katie.
Yeah,
I
I can't sleep.
Bye, Mr. Midnight Movie.
Bye.
He's so sweet. Andy Bowen says in the chat room that at xhamster.com you can look up census papers. God, I love the fuck out of Apocalypse. He's so funny. He's horrible.
I'm back with you. I can't sleep.
Oh, you're probably still in a little bit of shock. Now, I want you to remember one thing. This is a new baby, and I lost my first 2 babies. So until you get to the 3rd trimester, until you get through the first 3 months, you're in the danger zone. So just,
Yeah, I know.
You know what I mean? The best thing you could do is buy the book, What to Expect When You're Expecting.
I know I have that book.
Really?
Yeah, I do.
That's the Bible.
Well, I'm just saying because there's a book that I have that's called that, because my older sister has a 1-year-old and she's pregnant now. And then my little sister just had a baby that's a month old.
Your little sister? How old is your little sister?
She's 16.
Don't y'all know what birth control pills are, baby girl? I mean, that's fine. I'm happy for you. My daughter came to me one time in the middle of CVS Pharmacy. And she goes, Mom, I think I'm pregnant. And I was like, well, I mean, didn't even occur to me to have an abortion because, I mean, when I look at that little baby nowadays, I kind of imagine him being in the trash. And some people do, some people don't. I know a girlfriend of mine's had 7 abortions.
Yeah.
Doesn't believe in taking the pill, but she uses abortion as a form of birth control. Can you imagine?
What the hell?
Swear, I'm not lying. It's weird.
But I even if I make it through the whole, whatever, I am probably going to keep it. So, because my boyfriend really wants a baby because he didn't think that he could have kids. And, well, look at that, he does. So.
Let me tell you something, Katie Bones. You need to really be ready because it's from probably being around your sisters that they cry all the time.
Yeah, it's a lot of
all the time. And if you are spoiled to sleeping when you want to sleep and doing what you want to do, which Heather was a little bit spoiled, and that was why she moved home right after she had hers because she was like, oh my God, Mom, I go to bed and he's crying 2 hours later. I'm going, what the fuck? I'm going, Sissy, he's a baby. Their little tummies are as big as like a tablespoon. And when their little tummies go empty, they cry. And they want more and more and more and more and more and more and more.
Yeah, I'm not spoiled with my sleep because I work so much. So it's hard, because I used to work nights and now I work 3 to 11. So I'm used to being up at night.
Well, I taught Heather.
I can't sleep.
I taught Heather put him in the bed with you because, unless you weigh 500 pounds, which is dangerous. But she had we got her a little tiny bed that was in bed with her, so he was right there with her. She didn't have to get up and go down the hall and all that bullshit, So I think Jewish producer dropped.
I think that that kid would be in the same room as me. Because me and my older sister is going to switch rooms.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good. Whatever. Just be ready because, it's going to be your responsibility. You're not going to be able to pawn it off onto your mom or your sisters.
No, I'm not going to do that. I will never do that. I mean, I might go to them for help like my little sister does. But... I'm not going to pawn it off,
Do you know the first day of your last beep beep? I can tell you exactly when it's due. I have this magic formula. I swear to God I do. That's my ashtray. That's Heather's eyelash.
I could tell you that I can't really tell you.
The first day of the last blank.
I can't tell you what the last day was.
No, the first. No. The first day of your last known. It's called your LNP, your last known, your LKP, your last known period. The first day of it. Do you remember it all?
I don't.
Was it June 5th, July 4th? Do you remember? Anyway, oh well, no big deal.
No, I do know that it's like 2 weeks late though.
Well, okay. Anyway, it's probably due. Let's see. September, October.
My sister said in April.
Yeah, April. Probably around the middle of April next year. Well, whatever.
So it's funny. You know what's funny is because April is when me and my boyfriend met each other. That would be like our 1 year in April.
I didn't even know you had a boyfriend. Now, are y'all going to plan on getting married and starting a house somewhere and setting up housekeeping and all that kind of stuff? And
it probably depends what he wants to do.
Yeah. Well, I think that all children deserve to be brought up in a 2-parent home, and unless there's some physical reason you can't or something like that. But
he's a great father too. I could tell he'll be a great father because he treats his nephew like spoiled rotten.
How is he around?
Oh, and I just wanted to say to people that anyone listening, please tell, I don't know if this is okay to share. Can I share something with your listeners?
I don't care. Whatever.
Okay. Anyone listening, I just wanted to say, please tell all your loved ones that you love them, because you don't know when their last day is. That's what I wanted to tell.
Oh, yeah. Would you like to share with everybody what happened? This is horrible. If you don't want to, just say no, and then we'll drop it and change the subject.
No, I can share.
Okay.
I lost one of my friends that I work with. Her husband strangled her to death. It's very sad.
It's
and
amazing. I looked it up on the computer in the local papers, and there was definitely an article about it. Was that the one? Was that the one that you knew?
Yeah, I knew her. Her name was Teresa.
Yeah. You were real close to her, from what another person told me, that you were really close to her. That's really sad to know that she... Dying in a violent manner is hard to come to terms with anyway, you know?
It's hard because, I'm still trying to heal from it. But it's weird because it's like I'm trying to heal from a lot of things. But, I'm happy because now my wounds can finally heal. But it's weird because I'm also dealing with, I want to say, good news now, due to my, pregnancy, that I guess I can have something to look forward that's good. But then on another thing is that I'm still trying to heal with all the wounds that I have, and it'll take time, and I'll get there. So, but yeah, tell all your loved ones that you love them before it's too late.
Apocalypse, in case you walk out in front of a bus tomorrow, which I would rip troll your death. I would make an RIP page for you on Facebook, and then I would troll it. And I just wanted to tell you that I love you, okay?
Okay, thanks.
I would play, lol, you died, lol, lol, you died. I'm joking.
What is wrong with you, woman?
He always says, I read the Bible, Debbie, and you are rude.
That's a apocalypse.
No, I'm Fitz. That's Apocalypse on the other line.
He's lying. It's Apocalypse. Hi, I'm Apocalypse. I have to get my pantyhose off. Hold on.
I like Apocalypse because he's a very cool person, and he's not mean. Like, when I first talked to him, I thought he was a troll, but then I was like, no.
I'm a troll.
So nice. He's so nice. He's not even mean. And he don't listen to people. Like, he don't listen to the mean people.
No, you know who's the troll? It's Fitz. He insults me all the time. He calls me and insults my weight because I'm 400 pounds.
No, you don't. You don't weigh 400 pounds.
I'm like, geez, this is just not very nice of you, man. You're Canadian. How dare you judge me?
Yeah. Lower class citizen of the they're not even a country, are they? What is Canadian? What are they?
I'm not even sure it really exists because I haven't seen it. I just hear about it in books that may or may not be full of crap. So
whatever.
Who knows?
Whatever. It's stupid. Well, we're joking, but no, we're not. I was thinking about saying that we'll just, we're going to have a raffle to see whose baby it is. I'm thinking Jewish producers, but play along with this, Katie. Just play along with the game. But we're going to, the possible fathers are Jewish producer, Mr. Solution, Vic, or Apocalypse. Or, you ready for this last one? Kings of Talk, or Goofy Bone. And it's called Who Fathered Katie's Baby? And we're going to make a web page and people can vote. Wouldn't it be funny if we did that? We know, we're just joking with you.
I'm not. I'm pretty sure it's Goofy's.
Yeah, you're having Goofy's love baby. It's going to be a little taco eater.
Nah, I'm having an Italian baby, not a Mexican.
You really think Goofy's Italian? Are you kidding me? That bean and cheese. Never mind. I'm
having an Italian baby.
Oh, he's Italian.
Not a Mexican baby.
But I thought you said his last name was the same as. That didn't sound very Italian.
He is. He's Italian.
With the last
his
name.
His father's Italian. He's half Italian. Because his father's Italian.
All right.
Yep. His dad's last name I can't even pronounce. It's crazy.
Is it like Mussolini? No, I'm joking.
But
I'm horrible.
it's like, but Debbie, don't get offensive or anything, but you are like my BTR mom, kind of. You know, even though BTR land is kind of...
Don't say the G word. Don't say the G word. Don't you say it.
I
Don't you say
am
it. Don't you say it.
gonna
Don't you
say
say it.
it.
Don't. She's going to say, you're going to be
You
my
know
BTR
it.
grandmother.
You are. You're going to be the BTR grandma. You know it.
Well, so is Lisa. Huh?
Oh, yeah, Lisa, too. I know, I told Lisa, and she's like, what?
Who did you tell first, me or Lisa?
Lisa.
Ugh. All right. She's my friend.
No, wait a minute. No, I think I told you first.
That's right. You weren't even home from Walmart.
Yeah, remember? I told her after.
I'm going to own her. I'm going to own her. And by the way, Lisa, if you ever listen to this, I refused to pick up Katie's call when Patrick was on the line. I would not do it. So there, I did what I said. I told you I was going to protect her from certain entities, and I'm doing it. I am sticking to my word. Lisa's badass. Did you know that last night at about 4:30 in the morning, I found my absolute identical twin, Lisa? Not looks-wise, but everything she says, you would have thought that it was me saying it. It was bizarre.
That's the reason why I love both of you.
Yes, it's got to be.
I mean, you guys are so, in my eyes, you guys are like alike.
Katie, we're like the same. We're the same person. I told her, I said, this is scary. It was even scaring her. I mean, it was, I just can't even talk about it enough. It was like, I wish to God I would have had that recorded, but I didn't record anything, and I don't record anything, but after the shows are over. There's Victor. Listen.
She is a really good, she's a really good person, so are you. So it's like, I absolutely love you both, and I know she told me, she's like, I asked her, I was like, did you talk about me? She says, of course we did, Katie. She goes, how else are we going to have a conversation if we don't bring you into it?
This is what I told her. I said, I believe that Katie is the quintessential heart of gold. I said, I think she is a child conceived and born in love. I think you are the epitome of love. Now, what happened is when you came on to Blog Talk Radio, you got attacked by a monster who used you to try to get to me, and you had no choice but to get really messed up in it, but now that's all behind us now. I'm going to show people the beauty of Katie, which is an absolute precious child of God, and that's what that's what I see when I look at you.
Yeah, it's just because of that,
and
I know that we're going to close it up.
Just don't look back.
I can finally let my wounds heal.
Mm-hmm. And know that you are protected. I told you this the whole goddamn time. You're protected over here. You've got me, JP, Brian. I've got an army behind me. They always go, nobody likes Debbie. Guys, I could not list the people. Thank you, PP.
You told Lisa that? You told Lisa you were going to protect me?
Yeah, why?
I was just wondering.
Yeah, she was opening up and being honest. She goes, I've got to be honest with you, Debbie. At first, I thought this and I thought that. And I said, really? I thought you were a transsexual. No, I was joking. But we had a great talk, and I feel really secure about our little online friendship. But she's deep. She's just like me. Every word out of her mouth, it was scary. She said, yeah. So
you guys have something in common, though. Well, a lot in common, but you have one thing in common.
What? We both think Apocalypse is in love with King Satog? I'm sorry.
No.
Why would you say that?
You both love me.
Where is Apocalypse? Is he on here? No, I'm joking. That's mean.
Well, no, King you both absolutely love me.
I know that, but I'm also saying something else because Victor can tell you, when you start getting mushy, I get all clammed up and leave the room. I'm like that even in real life. The only people that I tell that I love every day are my children and my dogs. But if somebody starts saying, "Oh, Debbie, you're this, you're that. I love you. No, I'm not going to stop it. I just can't do it. I can't stand it. Thank you, and I do love you. I mean, but that's the most you'll ever get out of me. I'm joking. You know, it's like I just am not a mushy person. I mean, you might think I am, but I'm really not. I'm really not. I go on X Hamster and I stir the waters and watch the steam rise.
Oh my God!
She's gonna kill me. No, I'm joking.
Stop! Come on, stop.
I am in such a great mood after what happened today. Victor's on top of the world. I mean, I don't know if y'all can tell or not, but he's just bouncing around. Oh, by the way, Lisa, everything turned around today when he got that magic phone call. He'd been waiting on a phone call from an investor, a major investor out of California. I mean, this guy's major. And in the group that Victor's in, when Victor came into a lot of money about a year ago, he joined an investment group. An investment group obviously just they pull all their money together and they use it. They don't give it, but they use it for financing this or financing that or financing this. Well, if you pull in another investor, it's a real big deal. And he'd been kind of, seducing this guy out there to come in and join the group. He's flying in tomorrow and they're sitting down at the attorney's office. I mean, he hasn't said okay, but I mean, if he's going to fly all the way in from California, then that's a good deal. If Victor signs him into the group, then Victor becomes like a partner and stuff. You know what I mean? Do y'all know what I'm talking about? Andy, an investing group, like.
Yep.
Yeah, that's what. But I
have more capital to spend and.
Right.
Buy bigger, better things.
Exactly. And I hope that this happens, which is to be a good thing. So. But, so yeah, so you said, did you have bad luck today or something? No,
Yep.
Yep.
Yep. But everything's cool. I'm glad you had a good talk with her, though.
Yeah, it was great. It was really funny, but it was so weird. Everything she said, I was going, no way. Yeah, no way. Yeah, it was crazy.
I mean, I want to know something, and I don't mean to turn it on me or anything. I just want to know for a second. Did she let you know, like, how I felt about everything? Like, truly?
I don't know what you're talking about. I honestly don't know what you mean.
About something that we can't talk about anymore?
I know who you're talking about, but I don't know where you're going with the question. What do you mean? How you feel?
Did she tell you what I truly felt about it or what I was going through during that time?
She held you captive and she held you hostage and she was trying to get you to do things just to get to me.
Oh, okay. I was just wondering. That's all.
Yeah.
I was just curious.
I don't know if Andy knows about it, but Andy, let me tell you something about your little queen over there. She's an absolute
Which one?
Bathtub girl. She's a monster. She is a monster with green.
Please do not talk about my wife that way.
Ugh. She's a monster. She's horrific. I mean, she's
your wife?
No.
Actually,
is she?
Nikki's my wife.
Yeah, that's good. Nikki's an angel. She is. The Skype asshole said she could easily become the most hated woman on the internet, the most vile woman on the internet because of things that they've heard. Because there's been other people that have come into their room and gone, "Are you kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me?" Oh my God. So.
But I was so glad though to hear Lisa tell me that you guys talked because you both are one of my favorite people, and I absolutely love both of your shows. And I promote pretty much both of your shows. I don't think that you know that, but I do, to get everybody more listeners, even though you may have enough, but I get you more because I like to. And
I have
do
too
the
many
same thing for
listeners.
Lisa.
Y'all stop listening. Half of you people stop. There's too many of you. I thought she was on my Skype, but I don't know if she is or not. I guess she's not.
What show does she run?
Oh, there she is. Duh.
She does a show called Talk in the Shadows. It's every Sunday night from 10 p.m. to 12 a.m. Eastern Standard Time.
The sound
and I think the one this Sunday she's doing about the 80s.
Oh.
She's an See, I'm good at promoting. I can promote Debbie's show too. I do it all the time. You know, Debbie and Lisa are two of my favorite people on BTR. I absolutely love both of them.
Well, who's your favorite? You got to pick one.
I can't pick my favorite forever.
Yeah, you can.
I mean,
there's only one favorite. There's only one number one. You can't have two number twos.
I can have two ones.
Oh.
But I do, and I was glad to see that they were talking because, I mean, I love that, you know, when two people that you absolutely love are talking to each other, you know. Oh, did I tell you, Debbie, that she's sending me a shirt with the name of her show and stuff on it? I'm going to love that.
I'm so jealous of her show. It's called Talk in the Shadows, but short, guess what it is, Andy? Tits. Talk in the Shadows. I'm so jealous of that. I'm like, oh my God.
That's awesome.
I know, I hate it. I'm like, oh my God, that is great. I wish I had that.
But, yeah, I'm getting one of her shirts. She's sending it to me in the mail for her show. Because I'm one of her promoters, so she's sending me a shirt. I can, you know, I'll do what I usually do. I'll put it on and then go model it off. Which means more pictures to come. Oh, jeez. But that's my favorite thing to do, if anyone's wondering. I like to take pictures of myself. I'm never going to stop doing that. I'm going to always do it. Now that I'm pregnant, I can probably do more pictures. Jesus. But, yeah, I'm going to love it up.
I think you have more pictures than Princess Diana herself. And they're always the same pose. Your right arm's up, and you're looking up like that. I'm like, that's so funny. You're such a goofy.
I'm pretty. Jeez. No, I think I'm pretty. Like, if anyone wants to think different, then you can fuck off. But to me, I'm beautiful. So I can think that if I want.
You just said a bad word.
I don't care. Do I look like I care? I'm going to call you Andy, okay? I don't know why, but
you
for
can't
some
call me
reason,
Andy. That's
I'm
bad
going
radio.
to because for some reason I get that out of your name. I don't know why. But I'm going to call you Andy for now, if that's okay. Yes. I don't Debbie, doesn't that sound kind of good to call him as like a nickname or something?
I would call him whatever he wants you. Whatever he wants you. If he wants to be called Apocalypse, then I would call him Apocalypse.
I can't say Apocalypse. See, I can't say it.
There's four parts. Apocalypse. Say that.
Apocalypse.
No. Pa. Lees. Apocalypse. There you go. You got it.
Apocalypse.
I used to teach.
Apocalypse.
I don't want to be called that anymore.
Why
I want to be called Rodrigo.
Rodrigo? Okay.
Rodrigo.
Why are you a robot in your picture?
Do you know what robot that is?
No.
That's Gort. G-O-R-T. Gort.
Okay. And why did you change your picture recently to somebody eating baby food?
What I have right now?
Yeah. I like the robot better.
Oh, I don't know.
Lisa told me last night to ignore Bathtub Girl, and she said, much like real dog shit, she will eventually dry up and just break down to nothing. She's funny. She's pretty funny.
But, yeah, I love Lisa. Boo-boo-doo. Well,
She's
that's
a
how I
sweetie.
discovered Debbie Show, because, like, I went on Black Talk Radio at first because Lisa invited me. And then one night she wasn't doing the show, and I ran around BTR, and I found Debbie. So
Did you?
I found Lisa's show first before I found Debbie. So I've known Lisa more than I've known Debbie.
When you first found Debbie's show, were you trolling?
No, I was being trolled.
Oh.
I never trolled Debbie since the beginning. I mean, there's been times that I've said things about her, but that was because I was under a curse. But, yeah. I was under the curse of the evil witch of the West.
Ugh. Tell me again the name of that curse that they supposedly did last night. I want to look it up now that I've got time. What is it called? The karma retribution?
Yeah, that's it.
Ouch. I can't sleep. My stomach hurts.
All right, it says threefold karmatic retribution. I wrote this spell to help a friend. I have to warn those casting this spell that if you believe in karma, see, I think it's going to reverse on them. I think it already has, because I wrote this spell to help a friend and SOM members, which is spells of magic, to teach a friend a lesson more than punish them as they felt they were going down a dark path. I have to warn those casting this spell that if you believe in karma or the rule of three, that there could be repercussions for casting this spell. Many don't agree with casting such spells, but I wrote this spell to help a friend and them to help their friend. As far as I am aware, the spell helped them with no repercussions, blah, blah, blah. And it says instructions. Whilst allowing your thoughts and intentions to dwell up on the desired recipient of the spell, recite this incantation. Did they say, I call upon the karmic wheel so their fate I might seal. Let that which they have done unto me be reflected back times 3. So I will it, so mote it be. Did they say that?
Yes.
Oh, my God. That's great. I think they better be careful, because from what this person said, this can really backfire on you easily. Because I don't understand. I mean, everything over here just went charming today. And there you go. So I remember somebody was, the person that called me was over there listening to, because little bitch boy Todd Morris, he deleted it.
Ow.
What? What did you say?
She made some sort of noise.
Oh. Yeah. He's my troubled mind, yeah. You want to? Beatrice says, I want to go eat breakfast. We've got an IHOP that's like walking distance from where we're living right. Well, it's not walking distance, but Beatrice hooked on IHOP now. So what we do is we go and we eat IHOP.
What? At this hour with all those tweakers? Are you crazy?
That's in craziness.
We're not in tweakerland. We're in we're in the suburbs.
The nearest one to me is kind of
Did you guys play?
What did you say? The nearest one to you?
Sorry, go ahead.
The nearest one to you is what?
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, the nearest IHOP to me is in Tweakerville.
Tweakerville.
That's why I was like.
What is a tweaker? A person that does meth? Is that what y'all?
Yeah.
Okay. Wow.
We have a lot of problems with that out here.
Oh, where you live? Okay.
So those sort of places you tend to avoid. Well, a lot of times I go there because I'm trashed, and it seems like a good idea at the time, but no, it's like drunks and meth heads in there. It's at this hour at least.
Well, we get in my little Volkswagen in the top down because it's cool, because it's so hot down here that you can't get out and do stuff during the day. We get out and do stuff after I get off the air. We'll go down there and eat, and then we'll just take the long way home. Sometimes we'll go by, well, never mind. I was going to say, but I would have doxed myself. But we'll go by the water, so to speak, and what we'll do is we'll come home, and we're all nice and fine from having a nice breakfast, and then we'll turn on a video in here in the master bedroom and flip off the lights, and we're gone. But then I'm usually woke up by Mika, that little baby. I don't know what I would do. I love him so much. Mika, I want a chalky. That means chocolate milk. He's a mess. He's adorable. So I have my family reunion tomorrow.
So how many?
Do what? So I'm going to get off the...
Okay, how many people want to vote for what it's going to be?
Oh, I have no idea. I want to see you make it to the first 3 the first 3 months first.
Okay.
I mean, you will. I feel very positive about it, but I have a feeling you're going to have a little boy.
No, if I have a boy, I have to name it after his father.
So, what's wrong with that?
I don't like his name.
What's wrong with his name?
What's his name?
No, what's wrong with his name?
I don't like his middle name.
Oh.
And you want to know what's weird? It's because his name is Michael. My real father's name is Mike Davis, and my boyfriend's name is Michael Davis. But he goes by Mike.
My father's name was David. His son's name was David. His son's name was David, and his son's name is David. And my father was at the hospital when I was having Stephen. He goes, I know, David. And I said, no. I didn't want to name him after Victor. I wanted to name him what I'd always wanted to name my son. All my life, I was in love with the name Stephen. I love these names. I love Stephen, Brandon, Matthew. I love Samuel. And I love good old, I don't like Justin and na. I don't like those little newfound names. I love, and I don't let anybody, when he was growing up, call him Steve. His name is Stephen.
Yeah. If I have a girl...
Do what? What did you say, Apocalypse?
Oh, not even Steve-O? I mean, that's...
Oh, well, Victor calls him Steve-O. Everybody calls, because he's such a wild man. He's such a daredevil. They call him Steve-O from, Jackass, but yeah.
Yeah.
What'd you say, Katie? I'm sorry.
But if I have a girl, I'm going to name her Emma.
Guess what, Heather wants? That's very beautiful. You know what names I love for girls is Mary Margaret, and Heather wants to name hers Citily. Yeah. So.
No, I'm a guy. I really don't care about
Yes, you
stuff,
do. You care about stuff. This is my show where we get real. We don't say, oh, I'm a guy. I hate babies and I hate everything good.
True.
But I want a girl, though.
Well, you just get what you get, right? It's kind of.
I know. It's okay, but I'm hoping for a girl. But if it's a boy, okay.
You can always just give it away or dress it in pink and make it ponytails and a girl. I'm joking.
Yeah, you can trade it in or baby swap.
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm not going to baby swap. I'll just accept whatever I have.
What did your mom say? Not another one?
My mom? My
mom
kind of gave me a high five. I'm like, good job. That's what she said. I'm like, okay.
I wonder what Mr. Solution would say.
My mother is going to have 4 babies, grandbabies. She has Bella right now and Trevor, and then my sister that's older who has the 1-year-old Bella is pregnant right now. She's due in February. And then there's me, who's pregnant now. So she'll have 4 grandbabies. 2 on the way.
How old is your mom?
40. She's 45.
4 grandkids at 45.
Well, she's got 4 kids. So she's got a 24-year-old, a 22-year-old, an 18-year-old, and a 16-year-old. And the 16-year-old, 18-year-old, and the 22-year-old all have kids. The 24-year-old refuses. She wants no kids at all. So.
Operation Skidmark. Sir, we have found the Russian secret weapon. They have developed an anti-shrinking ray. We are fighting giant Russians, sir. And, sir, it would seem as though they're taking giant craps on all the men. There ain't no way I'm going to ride on that across that water.
I will show you puny Americans what the true call of duty is.
Look, we need to...
I love my grandma. You know, when I was a kid, she'd give me and my brother biscuits and sweets and loads of great stuff every time I went to see her. I'd say she was like a great big golden light of love. She always had time. She'd play with us, she'd spoil us. At Christmas, she'd give us loads of presents, and the food, amazing. She was the best person. She was just the best person in the world. She was full of love, and she was the perfect grandma I think a boy could ever have. I love my grandma very, very much.
I give you £5,000 for her.
Yeah, okay.
If you'd sell your grandmother, then come and work for Real Radio. We're looking for successful salespeople who have a strong track record in selling. You don't have to have media experience, just the ability to sell and sell well.
Hey guys, this is Mr. Midnight Movie. I'm doing a show tonight called White Guilt. I want to start the night off with a story. I went into a jigaboo-infested movie theater, and I was so scared of these animals. These monkeys were screaming and pretending they were taking part in this film. Leroy and Jamal tossed a banana at my face, and I decided this white man is standing up. I'm gonna pony up and go to one of the few white areas left in California.
Oh, I'm sorry, Joey Joe.
Yes.
We're broadcasting live from Forever 21. We had some inspirational quotes from Joey Joe earlier. Praising his Lord and Master, Hitler.
That was you. You're the Nazi, remember?
Mekazawa and Flavored Cactus doing Mr. Midnight Movie and Jewish Producer. Absolute epic at its best. They did a show called Mr. Midnight Movie and Jewish Producer. This is Mekazawa and Flavored Cactus doing those two mullets. And they did them, they nailed them just like Apocalypse did. Listen just for a couple of seconds.
Hitler, der Führer der deutschen Jugend, hat das Wort.
They start off with Heil Hitler from Hitler, and they go right into it. It's really funny. Mekazawa was great, but I think Flavored Cactus really did better at Jewish Producer than Mekazawa did.
Zig Eyes.
Zig Eyes.
Yes, welcome. I am the Truth Clown, Mr. Midnight Movie, and you're tuned into Mr. Midnight Movie offers solutions to white guilt at Forever 21. Zitface. Joining me tonight is Joey Jew Producer, 186 points deuce.
You know you've made your mark when people do shows making fun of you. You know you've made an impression on people. I think that's funny. Funny.
Do you have any that made fun of you?
Huh? Are you kidding me?
No, I mean like that do it really, really good.
Moxie. Moxie does me like a motherfucker. She goes, Oro, Vince, it's me. I have an intuitive mind, Oro. Did you know that? Oh, she's fucking hysterical. Fucking hysterical. Vince one time was going to have a Moxie off between me and her. It was going to be her doing me doing her doing me, and see who would, because I could do her doing me better. It was funny. It was so fucking funny. Moxie, definitely. But now there were some people that actually did. Now the evil people like BTG will call into shows pretending to me. She go, I'm Debbie Daly, and I'm a little bit pregnant. She actually does things in my name, but Moxie did it just trollish, and it was fucking awesome. Oro? Jake? Can anybody hear me? Victor? Are we on the network? We're on the network, fucking bitch. I loved it. It was great. So that's the only one I would know of that would actually,
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, and one day I'll just be going, hi, I'm Apocalypse, and I have a show called, a website, verybarrel.net. We don't like Jews, so fuck y'all. Goodbye. And that's about it. That's all you'll get out of me.
Hey,
okay.
I expected some effort.
You ready now? All I have to do is put on some jeans and, brush my hair, put it in a ponytail, and whatever. I'm ready. All right, well, we're going to go eat down at the IHOP and U-Hop, and I am hungry, okay?
All right.
Especially since there's no babies. Bye, guys. Goodbye, beautiful Katie. And the main thing you need to do right now is start taking Flintstones chewable vitamins. Did you know that they have almost surpassed prenatals? Yes, Debbie, I knew that.
She's still on?
I don't know. I'm over here at iTunes. Katie, call me on the cell phone if you need me, Pumpkin. You know that. And love y'all all except for Apocalypse. And I'll see you guys later on. Goodbye.
Flavored cactus and terminally homestuck capitalist.
It's so funny. My iTunes starts playing. Oh, I have to go kill the show over there. The 5 o'clock world. Goodbye, everybody. See you later. Thank you. Good night.